Hi friends, my name is Sushil and welcome to my channel Be Finovative. In today's session, we'll be discussing about the new IPO that has come into the market and will be starting from 21st of September, which is the MyCAMS. So MyCAMS is basically the back office for mutual funds and insurance companies. Okay, so we will discuss about the fundamentals, financials, and also we'll discuss about the IPO and we'll discuss about whether we should subscribe to this IPO or not. So let's get started. MyCAMS was actually launched in 1988 in Madras with the name as Computer Age Management Services Private Limited. Okay, I think it was in 2019 they shifted from the private limited company to a public limited company, and the name was changed from private limited to Computer Age Management Services Limited. Okay, so this happened in 2019 September. Okay, so when we talk about the business models, we have different verticals under the CAMS service, which is the CAMS Insurance Repository Services, CAMS Investor Services Private Limited, CAMS Financial Information Services Private Limited, and we have an IT vertical under them, which is the Sterling Software Private Limited. Let us go through each of them. Okay, first, CAMS Insurance Repository Services Limited. Okay, so this entity is one of the insurance repositories in India, which is licensed by the IRDAI, which is the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India. Okay, so this repository helps insurance companies and the policy holders to keep the insurance policies in electronic form. Okay, so this is a kind of a back office for the insurance companies. Next one is the CAMS Investor Services Private Limited. So this is another entity from CAMS, which is using the high technology in processing and storing and retrieving of the KYC documents. Okay, so this is an intermediary which manages the KRA documents. Okay, KR which does the know your customer details about the customer. Okay, third one is the CAMS Financial Information Services, which whose objective is to maintain the accounts and services. So they do have the information and debit information about the accounts of the investors, and they manage this monthly financial information of the investors. Okay, and the fourth one is the Sterling Software Private Limited, which is an entity of software which is based in India, and also they have a wing in Germany. And what this company does is that they do the IT related products and services for the specific to this mutual fund industry and the insurance industry. And they provide a wide range of products for these particular platforms. Okay, talking about the comparison, we don't have a big list of players who are available in this particular sector actually. So this CAMS actually it's known as the registrar and transfer agents. Okay, so it's called RTA. So RTA for mutual funds and as well as insurance companies. So the main listed players, not the listed players, but the main companies who are available in this particular sector are CAMS, and the other one is Carvi. We did have Sundaram, but they have sold out their RTA business to Carvi. Okay, so if you look at these numbers here, so we can see here the revenue from operations. Okay, in 2019 for CAMS it is 696,936 million. Okay, but whereas when you compare the data for Carvi, it's very minimum. Okay, the CAGR for CAMS is 20%. The profit after tax is 19%. EBITDA is 33%. Return on equity is 29%. Monthly AUM, okay, which is the monthly AUM is about the amount of cash the mutual fund houses have collected, and those mutual fund houses are connected or integrated with this particular CAMS. Okay, so number of clients which are in top 10 are 6, and number of clients from top 5, 4 of them are with CAMS. Okay, so when we talk about numbers were very much favorable with CAMS. Okay, compared to it's very much nearby Carvi. The number is very much favorable with CAMS and with a very wide gap. Okay, So, talking about the mutual fund industry, the recent report from the CRISIL, what they mentioned is that the mutual fund industry has grown at a rate of 17.4 CAGR, which is a very good number. Okay, so from 2000 to 2019, it has grown at 17.4 CAGR, and what they expect in future is that okay, this graph, what this is like the penetration of mutual fund industry into the public is very less in India. Okay, and compared to its current country's GDP, it's about 11 percentage. Okay, so in India, it's very less actually compared to other countries. So what they expect is that in next 5 years, okay, from March 2019, this report of CRISIL came in March 2019, and what they say is like from time 2019 till March 2024, they are expecting an overall CAGR of 17 to 19 percentage increase in the AUM. Okay, so talking about sector wise, so like fund wise, equity fund is expected to have a CAGR of 21 to 23. Debt fund is expected to have a 9 to 11% CAGR, and money market fund is expected to have a CAGR of 18 to 20%. So overall CAGR of mutual funds, they are expecting it to be at 17 to 19%. So approximately, it's a very good number when talking about the increase in the AUM. Okay. Coming to the objective of this particular IPO. So the objective is that it's offer of sale from the existing shareholders. Okay, so from monetary benefit perspective, the company is not going to get any monetary benefit from this particular IPO. Whatever shares that are going to be sold is from the shareholders, and the monetary money of this particular IPO will be going to the corresponding shareholders. So talking about monetary benefit, it's null, and the company is not going to get any monetary benefit. That's first point. Second point, so how is this IPO going to benefit for this particular company? What they say is that we are going public, and with that, we are going to have a wide reach to people, and with that, our brand image is going to increase. That's the first point they're talking about. Okay, about how they're going to benefit. Second thing is that when we're going to public, it also increases our scope of increasing the value of our shares. Okay, value of the company. So with which people will be more interested to get a listed company, and in that way, the value of the shares will get increased. So that's the two positives that they're talking about. But as I said, from monetary perspective of this, the entire proceeds of this particular IPO is going to the shareholders, corresponding shareholders, which is the Great Terrain, NSDL, and HDB Trust, and some small companies as well. Okay, so this is the objective of this particular IPO. Okay, so talking about the IPO structure. So there are around 12 million equity shares that is going to be available in the market for the IPO, and among which around 30% is available for the retail investors. And as per the reports which came out today, the share band, the band price of this particular IPO is going to be 1,229 to 1,230, and will be available in a lot of 12 shares. Okay, so talking about the number of percentage shares. Okay, so among these 12 million, Great Terrain will be selling their 4 million. NSEIL, that is a National Stock Exchange Investment Limited. Okay, so they have it, which is subsidiary of NSE, and they'll be having the 6 million shares. Assis, it's another company. They'll be having their 0.9 million. HDFC and HDB Trust, they are also having their 0.4 and 0.5 million shares, which they'll be selling out in this particular offer. Okay. Talking about financial, over the past years, if you see the numbers have gradually improved. And having said that, they are having a mod status in this particular sector, because the nearest peer company, that is Carby, they don't have a very much reach in this particular business. And most of the mutual funds, at around 60 to 70 mutual funds, are trusting this CAMS infrastructure and have integration with them. So they're having a steady business, and the profits are gradually increasing. But I think for past 2 years, there has been a little bit dip in the AUM because of the market fluctuations and situations that is prevailing around the globe. So, but over a longer period, maybe for another 10, 15 years, we will definitely see that the investors are coming back to the mutual fund, and the AUM will gradually increase. And that's what even the CRISIL report says, that it is expected to increase. The AUM is expected to increase at around 70 to 19% till 2024. So that's a good news for the AUM improvement. And as the AUM improves, the the revenue or the fees, the processing fees that CAMS gets from the fund houses, that also will, and then the profit also increases. Okay, so this is a very good news for the my CAMS, and since majority it owns around 69% of the entire AUM that is available in the mutual fund industry. So that's a mod status I was talking about. Okay, so that's about the financials. Okay, so the total the current shareholding pattern of this particular company is a Great Terrain, which is backed by the Warburg Minkus of Malaysia, and they are having around 43% of the shares. NSCIL holds around 37%. SDFC holds around 6%. HDFC Bank owns around 3%, and just remaining are small investment companies. Okay. So this is a shareholding patterns. Now let us discuss about whether we should subscribe to this IPO or not, and what could be the reason. I would say a couple of points. First thing, this company has a mod status with 69% of the AUM in mutual fund industry under their umbrella. Okay, that's the first point. Second point is that this is an industry or a sector which has a very high entry barrier. It's not very easy for the companies or a new company to come in and just pitch in and start their business here. That is because first point, that's a point which I'll explain. It requires a lot of infrastructure to be set up. Okay. So point number two, it has an experience of more than 30 years in this particular industry and has a enormous number of data with them, okay, which they can use it for the future purpose. Third thing is that it is highly regulated industry. Okay, SEBI comes up with change in regulations at any point of time, and this industry requires a high competence to meet that particular regulations at a very quick time. Okay, so having said that, CAMS is very much aware about that, and they have very much experience in this space. So they are very much adaptable to the regulations that is being put forward by SEBI. Okay, that's another thing. Fourth thing, the distribution network. CAMS has a lot of network. Okay, they have offices around India and at most of the states and most of the cities. So the distribution network is very good for CAMS. Okay, so these main four points makes it a kind of a mod status for this particular company. Okay, so I would say that for a company with such a mod status, it's very good to go for the IPO. Okay, and I would say this is a portfolio stock. It's not just for listing gain. You should subscribe to this IPO, and if you get it, you should hold it for as a long-term portfolio stock. Over the years, it should generate a very good profit for you. Okay, having said that, now let us discuss about the band price that I have come up with, around 1,229 and 1,230. The last video which I did in Malayalam, I have clearly explained what was the previous year's price with which the Great Terrain, the promoter, the current promoter, they took over the shares. So 2018, they did their deal with a price band of 616 rupees per share. Okay. In 2019 April, they took over some part of share at a price band of 777. So I was expecting somewhere the share price would have been around 900 or maybe around 1000. But as per the media news that came out today, it says that the price band is 1,229. I was a little disappointed, saying that it is on a little bit higher side. But considering the fact that this company is having a very unique mod status, I would still go ahead with IPO subscription, and I would be very happy if I get it in subscription IPO, or else I will just get it in the listing day. So this is what is my verdict for this particular IPO. CAMS Online, it's a must subscribe IPO, and you should hold it for a very long time if you get in, and it's a very good portfolio stock for long term. Okay, I hope this video was helpful for you, and thank you so much, and happy investing.